Hello, everyone. Welcome to Thelma's podcast. First of all, my apologies. I was meant to start at 1 o'clock, but Saturdays, I have to think quick shopping here and there. So I want to say welcome. And my guest today is a lovely person called Diana. She's a poet and a lyricist, I believe. So she's going to tell us more about herself. Yes, so Diana Muneko. I think that's how it's her name. So, Diana, I'm inviting you, my lovely. Okay. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. So, Diana, what you can do for me? Request to join. Okay, request to join as well. That's going to work. You see, there's a camera button. If you request to join, there you go. Okay, let's see if it works. Diana. Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Diana. You okay?
Is my connection okay?
It is okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. You know what? Don't worry too much because when I send it to you, you'll be able to see it. Yeah? But I can see you. You're looking very nice. Lovely. So, Diana, can you introduce yourself for me, please?
Yes, my name is Diana. If you need my surname is Pogorelova. So I'm a poet. Actually, I work right now. I work as a sales manager in the IT company. But in my free time, I write lyrics and I write poems.
So how long have you, how old are you, first of all?
I'm 22 years old.
You're 22. So when did you started being a poet and a lyricist? When did you started?
So I started writing poems in my native language when I was 15 years old, but I started writing poems in English I wrote my first English poem when I was, I think 17 or 18.
Okay.
And I started writing lyrics for songs when I started collaborating with the Philo Cinema. Hi, Vin, who's the owner of the Philo Cinema.
Okay.
Yes, who who was the singer for the Cosmonaut, which was the song with my lyrics. So yeah, I started writing lyrics in last year in 2022.
So you started in 2022. So where did you get that passion? Because what I like about you, you say you can't live without music, books, and films. And I'm exactly like you. So when did that passion really started for you? About the writing. When did that started?
I started writing. So my mother is librarian. So I started reading when I was, I think, 5 years old. And I started writing when I was 7 or 8. I wrote various short stories in Russian, which is my native language, and that's how my passion started. I think I fell in love with the languages, with the English language and with the Russian language, and I started creating.
I can say your English is very good. How long have you been speaking English?
Thank you so much. I started speaking English when I was 6 years old. So I fell in love with the English language. I saw a special program, an educational program in English, and I told my family that I would love to study this language. And they shared my passion, and I started attending private lessons, and I started learning English.
That's fantastic. You know what? So far, you're doing so well. I like that you say you're nervous about this, but I like that you speak freely about the things that you like, the things that you're good at. So I don't know if you remember, but when we met, I went live with this actor Gail
Yes.
Anson, yeah, from the Dead Poet Society. So first of all, did you watch that film?
Yes, actually, I started writing screenplays after I watched this movie, and I think I started writing actively in English after I watched this movie. It really inspired me and it motivated me to write more. And I think I posted my first one of my first English poems on Twitter, and Gail Hansen saw it. And since then, he always he reads my poems, and he always comments on them. And it's Gail is the sweetest person.
I
He
know.
always Yes, he is always there for our poetry community on Twitter, and he I think he reads all my
That's
poems.
amazing. You have this actor that reads your art. This is amazing. I mean, the thing that struck me with Gail is that the film came in the 80s. So I was born in the 80s, and we were
Mhm.
surprised that even now the legacy, because people think, oh, this film is so old. Yeah, that's it, it's forgotten. But even today, I mean, there's so many of you, like you write poetry inspired, I think, by this film. And even the generation of now, this is fantastic. I mean, do any of your friends also have watched this film? I mean, does your family have watched this film as well? Because for me, it's a film for any age, any time. Even 20 years from now, I think people will still talk about it. But have you got like this discussion with people around you that still discuss about this film and the things that you do? Like, the actors that say commenting on your poems. That's fantastic. You have like a little group of people that you can discuss things like that.
Yes, I agree with you, and I think that Gail created an amazing community thanks to this film. It's like a whole community of people who can share their poems, their thoughts, and their creativity, their art with others, and I think that it's incredible.
That's so amazing. So yeah, so you're on Twitter. I saw there's a lot of you as well that are inspired by that film, and some of you are doing things related, like poem, even a club to discuss some characters in the film and things like that. I mean, I like that the legacy through you guys is so amazing. I don't know what to say. I mean, any other films that you like to watch? Any other films that you've been watching that you inspire yourself, to write?
Yes, I got inspired by a lot of films, and after watching films, I wrote a lot of my poems. For example, one of my poems, I rewatched it not so long ago. It was the Korean movie Decision to Live, and I wrote a poem, My Beloved, after I watched it. And a lot of poems or a lot of movies really inspire me to write my poetry and my lyrics.
Okay, and you like to read, like me. So what
Yes.
books do you read? What books do you like to read?
So when I was at school, I was a fan of, I'm still a fan of classical Russian literature. So I really like, if we speak about Russian poems, I really like Gumilov's work, Valery Brusov's poems, Lermontov. I think he's quite famous in the worldwide. And speaking about prose, I really like. Um, I really I also like Lermontov's prose and his novels. Um, yes, and if we speak about not Russian writers, I really like Shakespeare. I enjoy.
Oh, I don't know what to say. I
He's
mean,
like the standard.
Shakespeare. Oh, have you thought of coming to England one day to go to the hometown of Shakespeare? Have you
Yes,
thought about that?
I would love to travel and to visit these places.
Yes. So Shakespeare hometown is called Stratford upon Avon, and if you go there,
Mhm.
you can see the houses. They're still like from back in the day, and openly you have actors, performing some of the most famous work of Shakespeare. So please come to England one day, and come there. You'll love it, and especially that's gonna give you inspiration, I believe, for your poem, for You write lyrics, don't you?
Uh, yes, I collaborate with the Philo Cinema, which is the Thai music band, and I write lyrics as well. So my poems become lyrics for songs.
Okay, I think the only group that I know from Russia, Tattoo, is that
Ah,
the
yes,
one?
tattoo.
That's
Yes,
the only
it's
one
quite
I know. I'm
famous.
sorry for my ignorance, but are they still active? Because I was such a big fan of them, and I couldn't.
Uh,
I mean, I like that this song in it. Yeah, are they still
no,
active?
no, they disbanded and they don't sing and they don't produce and create music anymore. But there was a concert not so long ago. I think it was in 2021 or 2022. They performed again, but with their old songs.
Oh, amazing! Honestly, I feel like you have a bright future ahead because look at you. You're 22 years old. When I was your age, 22, I was I wasn't up to very good things. I used to go out all the time, getting drunk. I admit it because I know some of my students will watch that. But what keeps you so grounded? Because you're 22, but I feel like you're so mature beyond your years. What keeps you so grounded? What keeps you so mature like this?
Um, well, I don't think that something influences you to become mature. I think it's quite it's like your personality or your character. So I think that I would say that I wasn't a problem child. Like I didn't go out. I don't drink any alcohol, and I don't smoke.
Good.
So I think that maybe
That's
this.
amazing. That's amazing. I want all my students and I want all the young people to see that because I wish I was like you, like so, but I was troublesome. And when you're troublesome, you're gonna push the boundaries, you're gonna try and do things. So I want to let them know having fun doesn't mean you have to get drunk, go out, partying. No, there's a lot of things that you can do. Me, the one thing that I remain always in place, my love for reading. That's the one thing that kept me somehow, engaged and because learning doesn't matter what age you are. And reading is for me it's wonderful. You can throw yourself into a book, forget about your life, forget about your problems for that moment. Have you thought about writing a book one day?
I actually tried writing a book when I was 18, but then I started writing poems and I realized that I loved writing poetry more than I loved writing short stories, and I was better at this. So I decided writing only poems, and I stopped writing short stories, but I started writing scripts.
Oh,
Um, and
great.
mm,
That's nice. That's
yes.
amazing. But have you thought about sending your poems or your scripts, for agents to read or even competitions? Have you thought about that?
Uh, yes, actually, I won one competition. It was Friendbow 5 years. There was a poetry contest, and I became the winner of it.
That's
I wrote an English poem.
that's
Yes.
fantastic. Wow, does your parents support you in what you're doing? Because I love that you are an artist. To be honest, your parents, your family, friends, they support you what you're doing?
Yes, I actually wanted to say hellos to some of my friends.
Go
I
for
wanted to
it.
say hello to Alena, who is my best friend, and she is a talented dancer, and she is like an amazing human being, and I'm always inspired by her. I wanted to say hi to Basil, who is also my internet friend, and he writes his own music, his own lyrics. He's a dancer. He draws. He's very talented as well. And Solly, who is a screenwriter, and he will direct his movie
Good.
very soon. So yes, I have a lot of talented friends who support me and who inspire me a lot.
That's
Oh, and
amazing.
also who is a screenwriter and a director as well. Hi.
Wow, you have so many good friends. You have, I mean, I feel like all your friends as artistic and talented as you are. So how did you
Yes,
guys meet?
we're
Where did you
incredibly
guys meet?
talented.
Yes, you're very talented. So where did you guys meet up? Did you meet up online? Did you meet up at school?
Well, we chat a lot online and we send voice messages to each other. So yes, we communicate a lot on internet. And speaking about Alona, we were students of the Faculty of Foreign Languages together. So we graduated this year, and she's my like real friend, not the internet friend.
Okay, cool. So do you guys exchange tips? Do you say, okay, look, this is what I'm working on, what you think? Do you guys do that? Or you just support each other
Yes,
in
yes. We exchange our works, our poetry, our scripts. We read each other's works. So yes, we exchange our creativity.
that's fantastic. So in 5 years' time, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
uh, in 5 years' time, I'd love to be uh, a poet and a lyricist with a bigger audience, I think. I would
Mm-hmm.
love to maybe publish my own book with my own poems, because I got some of my poems in my native language published, but they were like books with poems with other people, not like my own poetry book. So I would love to publish my own poetry book, maybe to got uh, maybe to uh, maybe some directors would use my scripts for their movies. That would be like my dream come true. Um, yes, but I think we will see what the
Okay.
future
No, as I said, I
will
think
be.
about beautiful and bright future ahead. I have Alina here. She says, Diana, you are the most amazing person, my endless inspiration and fantastic star. So happy to have such a wonderful friend.
Thank
This is so
you,
lovely. That's so lovely. I mean, I remember first time I chatted to you, I said, "Oh, would you be open to be doing this?" And it's like
Anna.
we never even know each other. And he said, "Oh yes, of course." I'm like, "Oh my, this is so amazing. You don't know me. We exchanged some because you said to me, oh, you love to watch what I did with Gail Anson." And then I said, "Oh, by the way, you do that. Do you mind?" And he said, "Yes, yes, of course, I want to do it." And then you say, "Oh, but I'm a bit shy." I have to say, honestly, as an artist, don't be shy, all right? Because if you want a bigger audience, you have to get yourself out there. And by being shy, that's not going to help. You can be shy, let's say, if you are in an audience with people that you don't know. But with your work, you have to get out there, say, look, this is what I do. You have to showcase, you have to show off your talent. So please, for that, don't ever be shy, because I want the whole world to see what you do. Yes? So first things first, don't be shy about your art. And second thing, come to England, go to Stratford upon Avon, and hopefully we can meet up. And if you come to England, let me know. I'll take you there. You would love it. Yes. So
I would love to do that. Thank you so much.
so let me know anytime you come to England. Let me know, and I'll be there. Even some of your friends that want to come, let me know. I'll show you that place because I've been there since I was very young, so I know that place very well. So on the final note, what would you tell young people, yeah, to be like to follow in your footstep? What would you advise them to do?
Um, I would love to tell young people not to be afraid of themselves, to be their true selves, not to be afraid to try new things, to try something new. For example, I have never thought that I would be able to create poems. I always wrote short stories, and I never tried writing poems. And actually, my literature teacher, Olga Anatolievna, she was the one who got me to writing poems. And I think that young people should just not be afraid and try everything they want, because life is so fragile, and it can be very short sometimes, and you never know what will happen in the future. So just don't be afraid, and be brave and create, and be yourselves.
So fantastic. So you touched on the teacher, because I'm a teacher myself. So you say your literature teacher. So she inspired you to what you're doing.
Yes, actually, she was the one who brought me to writing poems. I think I was 15 years old, yes, and there was like an anti-addiction contest, and she told me to write a poem about it. And I was like, no, I haven't written anything like that. I would never do that, be able to do that. And she was like, just try. And I wrote it in one evening, and it wasn't quite horrible, and I really loved it, and I started writing since then.
Wow. Wow. I want to say well done for paying tribute to your teacher. I hope, if you don't
Yes,
mind, I hope you can show her the conversation we had, because we teachers, we like to know how our students are doing after they leave school. So I'm sure she'll be happy to see that you're doing very well for yourself. And I think your young lady, you should be really proud of yourself. You have a lot of people around you that really like you, support you, and love you and admire you. So hopefully that's going to carry on, and I'm sure that's going to carry on. I want to say thank you so much for your time. I'm so sorry I was late today, but as I promised
that's okay.
today,
Thank you so much for inviting me.
that's a pleasure. And please, we're going to keep in touch. Don't forget, you need to come to England, okay? We need to make it happen.
Okay,
Yeah.
I will go.
I hope you have a lovely rest of the day. All right.
Have a lovely day too.
Thank you. Bye. I'll send it to you now. You'll see it. Okay. So I'll see you soon. Bye. Take care.
Bye.